Minilateralism is the way to go for South Korea. Minilateralism. Last week's trilateral summit between South Korea, the United States, and Japan confirmed a development that has transformed global politics in recent years. Minilateralism has replaced multilateralism as the main driver of cooperation among countries. This has important implications for South Korea, along with Australia, Canada, the European Union, or Japan. Seoul has long supported multilateral institutions such as the United Nations or the World Trade Organization as the main forum to foster international cooperation and reduce interstate tension. However, Sino-American competition has put an end to the golden era of multilateralism that followed the Cold War. Even the Group of 20, an exclusive institution yet originally meant to support multilateral governance, had become paralyzed due to tension between China and the United States, as well as more recently Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In this context, South Korea should focus on strengthening its minilateral network. This does not mean abandoning multilateralism, but it does mean prioritizing the type of institution that today will be most helpful for Seoul to achieve its foreign policy and security goals. Some may fret that Seoul's focus on minilateralism implies making a choice between the United States and China, but this choice is inescapable in a growing number of areas as long as multilateralism continues to be paralyzed. Certainly, Seoul should not stop cooperating with Beijing, and the minilateralism involving the United States runs the risk of collapsing if Donald Trump or a Trump-like president replaced Joe Biden. Yet Seoul risks isolation if it excludes itself from minilateral groups in the hope that multilateralism will come back, or that Sino-American rapprochement will allow South Korean policymakers to avoid making a choice. Plus, U.S. partners involved in minilateral networks see them as a way of ensuring that Washington remains engaged no matter who lives in the White House. South Korea needs to focus on strengthening minilateralism, particularly when it comes to institutions with concrete, meaningful deliverables to which South Korea can contribute its resources while also benefiting from them. Seoul risks isolation if it excludes itself from minilateral groups.